and welcome to my book nook. New around here, the name's Rainy Barton. I teach elementary music and middle school theater, and I also read a lot of books. Thriller and horror, sci-fi, fantasy, romance, dark romance, nonfiction, all of those things. So if you're interested in all sort of books, then please like and subscribe to my channel down below. It really does help my channel grow. I'm gonna apologize if you hear thunder in the background. It is thundering right now as I am filming this, but if you are not new around here, then you know that it is time for my monthly, the one with the TBR, which is my friends themed inspired game board where I took the trivia game from the episode, the one with the embryos in like season 4 or 5, where Chandler and Joey are fighting for the apartment and Monica and Rachel are trying to get rid of their chicken, their duck. And I took the game and I just took it and turned it into a TBR game. But I have changed it up because I have been running out of prompts. So I got a lot more prompts and I organized them and color coded them into TBR little jars. So I'm very excited for that. We are actually going to have a lot more fun choosing books, so I am filming this a little early, but you're not going to see it until June. So, anyway, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to roll 6 times like I normally do, and I might get fears and pet peeves, which is thriller and horror, ancient history, which is romance, literature, which is historical fiction and literary fiction, and it's all relative sci-fi fantasy, and then we'll do some friends trivia and see if we get to the lightning round. Please look at the playlist down below if you've missed past episodes so you can see how the game kind of works. But we're going to start with roll 1. I did forget to say how last month's went, and I cannot remember at this exact moment which books were on it. I think the Mind F series was on it, there was a Jodi Picoult book on it, there were a couple others on it. But I will just say, I'm filming this currently on May 23rd. And as of May 23rd, I have read 17 books. 17. I have never read that many in my life. Maternity leave has been blessing me immensely. So I'm pretty sure I've probably read most of the books that I was supposed to read because I am just rocking and rolling and I am so proud of myself. So, hats off to me. Let's see if June can be as exciting because I am doing a readathon or 2, but I still wanted to do this game because I made the new little jars and I have new prompts and I'm excited. So let's go with roll 1. So 31 is Ancient History, which is a romance, and it is a green, and I'm actually really excited because I have a bunch of romance that I wanted to get to this month. So I'm just going to kind of stick my hand in, see what we get, see if it'll let you check it out first. Okay, so it says read the longest book of the month book that you have owned for longer than 18 months. Well, I haven't been doing it for 18 months, so I'll just say the longest book of the month book that I have owned. Oh, God. The longest one? Okay, let's see. When it comes to romance, I don't have that many book of the month books that are very long. And I know I'm supposed to be the one that I've owned for longer, but I'm just going to put it as the one that's the longest. And the longest romance book I have is The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. However, I'm pretty sure that is a sequel to The Soulmate Equation, and I haven't read that yet, so we're going to go with the second longest one on my TBR. And I actually got it recently, but it doesn't matter. And that is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. And I've actually never read a Kennedy Ryan before, so I am very excited to get to this. But this one I believe is a second chance romance about Yasmin and Josiah, and they are divorced. But apparently they're co-parenting their 2 kids, and they have a business together, but they're trying to wonder if they really can let go of everything they once had. So, like I said, it is a second chance romance. I've heard it's very sad, and that it goes through some hard topics, but that is the one that we are going to read. And it has some recipes, or it has a couple recipes in here. Maybe, ooh, that could be a fun vlog if we made one of the recipes that's in this. I might do that. All right, on to roll 2. So 40 is a fears and pet peeves, which is thriller and horror, and it is an orange one. So we are going to open up the orange jar and see what we get. Okay, I got one. Let you read it first. Okay. Read a book that someone gifted you. I buy most of my books myself, but I'm sure I've got to have some thriller and horror in here that I had someone else get for me. So let's see, and I'll be back. Okay, so it was hard to find one that was gifted to me because, like I said, I buy most of my books. But I did find one, and I cannot find the Amazon little gift thing. Oh, here it is. Who is it from? I have it. I keep that from everyone. This was from It doesn't say who. I can't remember, but it was in a Secret Santa exchange I did with Haley Hughes' Patreon. And that is The Shuddering by Anya Allborn. And I've never actually read an Anya Allborn, so I'm excited to get to it this month. It says this one is, I think this is a creature horror. They only come when it snows and nobody ever gets away. A group of close friends gathers at a secluded cabin in the wintry mountains of Colorado for a final holiday hurrah. Instead, it may be their last stand. First, a massive blizzard leaves them marooned, and then the more chilling realization, someone is lurking in the woods, watching them and waiting. Now, a weekend of family, friends, and fun has turned into a test of love and loyalty in the face of inhuman horror. The only hope for those huddled inside is to fight tooth and nail, bullet and blade for their lives. Otherwise, they'll end up like the monster's other victims. Bright pools of blood on glittering snow, screams lost in the vast mountains. This sounds pretty good, and luckily it's short. So this is the one we're going to read for that prompt. All right, on to roll 3. 38 is another Fears and Pet Peeves, which is another thriller and horror, but it is from the blue one this time. I wonder if we're going to get to open all of the jars. That would be kind of fun. And we're just going to dive in and pick a blue one. Got one. All right. Here you go. Read a backlist horror book that was a Goodreads Choice Awards nominee. Interesting. A backlist? I guess I'll just go to let's go to Goodreads. I'm going to film this one. Goodreads, let's do from 5 years ago. So 2016. No. Yeah, let's do Goodreads 2016 thriller and horror nominees. Okay. So I'm gonna screen record this really quick so you can see. It just says read a backlist one. Well, I don't want to read The Fireman. The Butterfly Garden I've been wanting to read, so maybe I will do that. I've never heard of The City of Mirrors. I've never heard of Ink and Bone. I've never heard of Over Your Dead Body. My Best Friend's Exorcism. I don't know, would you call that a backlist for Grady? I'm not sure. Fellside, Lovecraft Country, A Time of Torment, Wicked Little Words, Mr. Splitfoot, The Visitor, The Ballad of Black Tom, The Nightmare Stacks, Kill Switch, Grunge, Extinction, 24,690, Last Days of Jack Sparks, and Disappearance at Devil's Rock. Well, I hate Paul Tremblay, so we're not doing that. Out of all of these options, if I want to go with a book that is already on my TBR shelves that I don't want to have to buy, and we're going to go with My Best Friend's Exorcism. And I know I've had that on my TBR before. So I'm just going to pop up a picture of it really quick right here. Basically, it's about two friends, I believe in the 70s or 80s. And one of them ends up getting possessed by a demon. And the other one has to save her, essentially. And I don't know if I'm going to love it or not. Because Mr. Grady and I are very hit and miss. But we're going to try our best. And that's all there is to it. Alright, on to roll 4. So 19 is It's All Relative, which is sci-fi fantasy, and it is a yellow, so we get to open another jar. I'm having much more fun with these prompts, I must say. It's really allowing me to choose some fun stuff. Okay. Alright, if you can't read that, it says read a book that your husband picks. And so I'm going to, when my husband wakes up, make him pick a book for me, and then I will insert that clip. So I'm going to move on to roll 5. Hello friends, it's a different day and I'm filming to edit because I forgot to put in the book that my husband chose for me, which he chose later, and I'm a little hesitant of the book that he chose because he chose a pretty big book, and I just wanted to make sure that I added that, so sorry for this last minute editing, Rainy, but you know, that's how life is. And the book that my husband picked is Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel. Why did he pick this one? I don't know. He said it looked really interesting to him. However, literally he picked the longest fantasy book on my shelves, which is 500 pages. And I said, babe, why are you doing this to me? But I'm also okay with him doing this because I honestly don't know when I was ever going to read this book. I picked it up because I want to read it, but I didn't know what vlog I was going to incorporate it into, so I guess we're going to incorporate it into a vlog this month. So, anyway, I don't even know what this is about. It says, the only daughter of the kingdom of Keikaya, she's raised on tales of the gods, how they churned the vast ocean to obtain the nectar of immortality, how they vanquish evil and ensure the land of Balrat prospers, and how they offer powerful boons to the worthy. Yet she watches as her father unceremoniously banishes her mother, listens as her own worth is reduced to the marriage alliance she can secure, and when she calls upon the gods for help, they never seem to hear. Desperate for independence, she turns to the text she once read with her mother and discovers a magic that is hers alone. With it, Kaikeyi transforms herself from an overlooked princess into a warrior, diplomat, and most favored queen. But as the evil from her childhood stories threatens the cosmic order, the path she has forged clashes with the destiny the gods have chosen for her family, and Kaikeyi must decide if resistance is worth the destruction it will wreak, and what legacy she intends to leave behind. I feel like that did not give me a description of what this book is about, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. 35 is a literature one, which is historical fiction and literary fiction, and there's an orange one that we already have open, so let's grab one and see what we got. And it says, read a book with all the letters of your name in the title. Okay. Alright, I could not find a book with just the title having all the letters of my name because why? It's kind of hard to come by. But I did find one that had combined between the author and the title. So I'm going to go with that. And that would be Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, which I'm very excited that I'm going to get to finally because I've been wanting to read this one for a minute. And I don't know much of what this is about, but apparently it's about a girl named Elizabeth in the 1960s, and her all-male team at Hastings Research Institute takes a very unscientific view of equality. Except for one, Calvin Evans, the lonely, brilliant Nobel Prize-nominated grudge holder who falls in love with, of all things, her mind, true chemistry results. Which is why a few years later, she finds herself not only a single mother, but the reluctant of America's most beloved cooking show, Supper at 6. Her unusual approach to cooking proves revolutionary, but as her following grows, not everyone is happy, because as it turns out, she's not just teaching women to cook, she's daring them to change the status quo. Sounds like a good time. I'm very excited. Like I said, I've been wanting to read this for a hot minute, so I'm glad it made its way to the TBR. On to the final roll. 34 is another Fears and Pet Peeves, which is another thriller horror, and it is a yellow one. Do you want to pick one out for Mama? Mm-hmm. All right, pick one out. Good job. Thank you. All right, here we go. Read a book from Rory Gilmore's list. I can already tell you she's not going to be reading no thriller and horror, so we going to pick a different one. Lincoln, stop, honey. All right, here we go. Read the 10th book on your Goodreads timeline. We can do that. Okay, so I'm going to screen record for you so that you can see that. And we're just going to go down the timeline. And the 10th one, if it's a thriller and horror, is the one I'm going to read. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's not a thriller and horror. So we're just going to go for the first thriller and horror we see, honestly, after this. Okay. None of these are thrillers. These are all like romances. I don't have the arc to that, so I can't read that one. I can't wait to read that, but that's not a thriller. Is nobody reading a thriller or horror right now? Like, really? Is it just romance time? Oh, no. No! I don't want to read that!
It's gonna be okay.
Don't
cry. Okay?
I have to read Hairpin Bridge. Do I look excited to read that? No. I did just read The Last Word by Taylor Adams and very much enjoyed it. However, I did not enjoy Hairpin Bridge. Or I did not want to read Hairpin Bridge because I heard it is awful. I am reading No Exit in 2 weeks though, so maybe this will be a chance for me to turn this into a Taylor Adams taste test vlog instead. But I don't have a synopsis for it because I couldn't find it on my shelves right now. But I do know that I own it and I'm not excited to read it because I heard it is literally awful. Okay. I guess we're reading that. Alright, on to the Friends lightning round. So, we know the drill by now. I have to answer 3 out of 5 of these correctly, and I only get 30 seconds to do it in, so let me set my timer for 30 seconds. Nope, 0 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright, ready? And go. What TV event captured Chandler the weekend he and Monica went away together? Oh, a high-speed chase. What does Joey construct using Ross's moving boxes? A fort? When Ross moves in with Chandler and Joey, what song does he put on their answering machine? Oh, God. I can't remember. Oh, we will call you back. So, Queen's We Will Rock You. What was the name of the health inspector Phoebe dated? No idea. When Ross moved in, where did Joey and Chandler have to move the foosball table? Into their bedroom. And I have 1 second left. All right, let's see. A high-speed car chase, a fort, We Will Rock You, Larry, and Joey's room. Oh, so I didn't say like one of their bedrooms specifically. But I still got 3 right. So we're right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I don't have to do a lightning round, which is great. Fabulous. Happy for me. And so with that being said, these are the 6 books that I have to read for my TBR challenge. And as you can see, we have some pretty chunky books this month. All right, editing Rainy's gonna go away now. So those are the 6 books that I am reading, and so now let's talk about other books that I am reading for the month that I will let you know about. For Kayla's Buzzword Challenge every month, I am doing for this month Love and Other Words, because I believe the book had to have the word other in the title, by Christina Lauren, and I've been wanting to read this for a minute. It's basically Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, but it came before, and it is a better version I've heard, although I loved Every Summer After, so I'm hoping that I will like this one just as much, because this was like the OG to go before it. So I think it's about 2 friends that like grow up like being friends, and then some tragic event, and like kind of lovers, and then some tragic event pushes them apart, and then they have to get reunited for some event, and sparks are a-flying. So that is what we are going to read for the Buzzword Challenge for June. For my Besties book club that I do with Brittany, Neva, and Kelsey, we are reading Crown of Midnight, which is the 2nd book in the Throne of Glass series. We are just continuing on with it. I am not going to give you a synopsis on what this is about because I don't want to spoil things for you, but I will let you know I am very much enjoying this, and there is a love triangle going on, and I have not decided whose team I am on. I just have not, and I'm hoping that this book will give me the answer that I need. But I'm going to also be sad if one of them turns into a villain. I'm just saying. And I'm not reading any book for Book Troop this month because they are reading The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth, and I have already read that. And I don't know what I'm reading for the Pretty Girls Book Club, so you'll just see it in my wrap-up because she doesn't normally pick until the end of the month. Same thing for Riley Marie, so I don't know what we're reading for either of theirs. I am doing a fantasy romance read-along with a bunch of people from BookTube, and we are reading Carissa Broadbent's other series, which is Daughter of No Worlds, and we're reading the 1st book in June, and I am beyond excited to get to that. Carissa Broadbent is slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite authors, and I'm loving her Crowns of Nyaxia series, so I'm very excited to get into her backlist, like, first trilogy, and so I'm definitely reading that this month. And I will tell you what 3 books are that I'm reading for a vlog, but I'm not going to tell you what the vlog is, but so we'll see if you can guess based off the books. I am reading House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland, Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Cusatanto, pretty sure, and We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I'm pretty sure I might be saying their author names wrong, but that's what we are reading. Try and see if you can guess what vlog I'm doing for that. We're doing a Pride Month vlog, but I'm not going to tell you what books I'm reading for yet because I'm not sure. I'm doing a mermaid vlog for Once Upon a Readathon because I am on Team Mermaids. I will tell you 2 of the mermaid books that I'm reading for that vlog. One of them is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, which is about killer mermaids, which I'm very excited about. And then another one that I will hopefully be reading for that vlog is On These Black Sands, which is a dark pirate fantasy romance. I might also get to Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. We will see, but I'm reading a couple more books for that. And I have other book ideas, but I am just going to keep them all a secret for now and let you know because I am also trying to get more into mood reading. So we'll see how that goes with that. So I hope that this vlog was fun for you. I hope I had a lot more fun with these prompts, but they were a little bit trickier, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit better at them. But let me know in the comments down below what is a book that you are planning to read for June. If you've read any of these books, which one I should prioritize first over the other. And with that, I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye.